It's 2 years of trial and error. And also, we experienced multiple failures, but finally we see some ongoing success. So it's kind of just a glimpse into, this extraordinary productivity of the future, after the initial success. This is, of course, the different, most of people, when they talk about it, they talk about the big statistics. I just want to use a personal story to reflect how this journal can be. So this journal started with a personal kind of experience. We know almost literally 3 years ago, OpenAI have this ChatGPT released. That indeed shocked me because I closely followed OpenAI's all the models. The GPT-2 was still an open source model. GPT-3, they provide API. I was constantly testing that. But at that moment, I just treat that as a normal machine learning model. The GPT-3 is literally, you give the first part of a sentence, they give you the remaining part of a sentence. What they are doing is complete your sentence. Of course, you give the first part of sentence writing a code, they literally compete that with your code. So they are doing something useful, but definitely it's still an academic kind of activity. Once they release ChatGPT, which is based on GPT model 3.5, literally they get to a magic user experience, which is a question and answer. You ask a question, they answer you. With that level of accuracy, now we see that's pretty kind of premature, but at that moment it was shocking. So we have year-end shutdown. So during the year-end shutdown, I played with that. I was a little kind of depressed for a few days. But after that, at the beginning of 2023, I clearly see humanity is heading towards an uncertain future. This is something nobody can guarantee it will bring good result. But nobody can put the genie back in the bottom, because it's already something like different countries, they can't afford to lose this battle. So just by this pure competition, everyone is pushing this monster forward. So as an individual, all I can do is I should become an expert in this field. So that's kind of a decision I made at the beginning of 2023. And so over the following 5 months, I indeed kind of dedicated all the nights and the weekends to learn generative AI. At that moment, there are not that many materials. Over every new things, you know that, if you follow the right people at the right public kind of like a forum. And so explore different ideas. During the weekend, you test all the open source package, all the different ideas. So you quickly understand a lot of things. After I try that, the more I learn, the more I'm convinced the future world will be different. The humanity is heading to a very, very uncertain future. Because I literally can do many things that I dare not to even think about doing. So my next question is, as a manager, as a leader of my team, how can I transform my organization to face this new era? So briefly about my team, we are a specialized data analytic group for pharmaceutical research R&D setting. So our group, most of our group members holding advanced degrees, 90% of them have a PhD in statistics, computer science, mathematics, and many other fields. And so they are not a computer science, AI kind of area. So our group our work requires expertise in both statistics and AI machine learning, and we cover fairly diverse areas in different parts of pharmaceutical R&D. For example, clinical assay, analysis, non-clinical safety, non-oncology biomarker, drug discovery, stability kind of modeling, computer vision, or digital pathology. Many different areas covered by my group. How can they transform the current way of work to this work of AI era? Of course, the number one question is, what's the gold standard in my mind of the AI era of employee? So this is kind of related to everyone, even you are a student here. Indeed, for this, I mean, a lot of people said, oh, I'm ready for this AI because I'm using ChatGPT every day. So indeed, that is just kind of almost like the entering kind of a thing. You begin to touch this area. But indeed, I spend a lot of time thinking about this question, and then this is the 3 items I sum up together. First one is the drive inside of this person. This person should be eager to learn and master essential AI concept, technologies, and tools. It's constantly, because this is such a rapid evolving area, you have to have the drive, have the desire to keep learning. This is something you can't replace. And also, the attitude. You should have the attitude of tackle all your tasks in front of you, no matter how familiar it is, with an AI-first mindset. It's a mindset. A lot of things you can do with your old way. But if you switch your brain to, if I use AI, how can I do this? You will find a new and a more effective way. Always the case. And also, because this is a constant kind of a changing area, the third item is addressing one situation. I see someone begin to know AI and then be good at this AI, and then this person begin to see like, oh, I'm an AI expert. Half a year later, he almost know nothing in this field because he was just staying at that level. The key point here is you have to refining your learned principle, because sometimes you learn some principle, you enlighten some principle, but you have to keep changing that. For example, AI assisted coding. Oh, this is the way I should code. Quickly you found that there is a better way than that recognition. You have to constantly refining your understanding. I mean, these are 3 fairly abstract concepts. Gradually, you will understand if you really get to in this field.